Have you thought to yourself, man, things are getting way more expensive? Now, not a political ad, not at all, but we're going to talk about Chipotle and why it's the indication with the spike in their prices that even though inflation is going down, things may get worse before they get better for the consumer. Before we get started, as always, though, like, subscribe, share our channel. I got my ice on today. You know what I'm saying? Both ice. This ain't ice, but this is, though. Because, of course, I just did a Facebook Live with Zoe, the owner of the Real Jewelry Company. Great conversation about the value of diamonds. Now, over time, he believes that diamonds are going to outpace the stock market. So click below to get that great conversation. We're going to talk about the price of things going up, even though inflation is going down. So, Lego. Before we go there, though, I've been a certified financial planner for 11 years, practicing for 17 years, brought in over $250 million in assets to our firm. But for my clients, we help them. And on these YouTube streets, I'm just giving information. But before further ado, Lego. So, my profiteers, this is the CEO of Chipotle. He's going to tell you how things are going up. Then we're going to look over the past few years, how much it's grown. Even though the stock's been doing good, their prices are going up. And we'll look at why that's going to affect us in the short term and maybe in the long run as well.
Other costs, other input costs, corn, avocados, the cost of ingredients. What are we seeing on that front? Are you seeing prices actually going down or increases not as significant as they were before? What can you tell us there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're not seeing any deflation, but we've definitely seen a slowdown in the inflation. It's more in the low to mid single digits. There's a couple pockets where we're still watching things like on beef. We're always careful with where the avocado market might be moving. But for the most part, I would say, started to normalize with the exception of a few pockets of inflation that we're still dealing with.
Now, the CEO of Chipotle, he glossed over that. A minor increase of 2 or 3% doesn't seem like that much from a bottom line standpoint. With a consumer, that's a lot, which we'll talk about here from the graphs. But slick times slicks. Oh, my bad, Brian. My bad, Brian. Slick.
Yourself raising prices this year?
We always try to wait till we get to about the end of the year to assess what we think we need to do. Obviously this California minimum wage movement, we'll have to assess how that it really impacts the business, and we'll take action accordingly. But
that's a beautiful view, by the way. Man, is that his house or is that his office? Man, that's a beautiful view.
The bulk of the business, we usually wait till around the end of the year, see where all the inflation lands, see where our growth lands, see where our productivity lands. And then if we need to, we take pricing usually in that 1 to 2 to 3% range.
Hey, one thing.
Okay, 1 to 2 to 3%. Let's look what's really going on and how this is going to affect us as investors. Now, my profiteers, as we can see in 2019, so 4 years ago, right? Burrito, chicken, $6.50. Steak, $7.50. $95 for curritas. $7.50. The salteritas, vegan option, $6.50. Vegetarian, $6.50. So you can see $6.50, right? So not the most expensive thing in the world. We wish we're still $6.50. So let's look here, y'all. $6.50. Let's look at the charts. All right. So 2019. Oh, don't brace yourself, bro. 2019, right? $6.50. Now, let's look at 2024 and where we are at today. Now, excuse the scribble scrabble. The military taught me a lot of things. One thing they didn't teach me, how to write properly. But y'all get it. Good googly moogly. In 2019, now burrito that was $6.50 is now $11.85. You guys, looky here. A burrito that was $6.50 5 years ago is literally $11.85 now. That is ridiculous. And how ridiculous is that? $11.85. This is my profiteers 85% increase. 85% increase. Wages over the same 5 years have went up by 2.5% a year. My profiteers, that's basically 12%. So if I got $100, I made over the past 5 years went from $100 to $112. But my food is a lot more expensive, 85% more expensive. So the $100 is now 15. Take out $85. That's literally $30 out of my pocket. How are we able to survive? My profiteers, that's now. If things continue like they are, 5 years from now, 85% on 5, excuse me, stop that, start that. 85% on $11.85. Let's look at this. All right, get rid of all this, right? Get rid of all this. So let's say in the year 2029, again, 85%. So we'll go up and say $12, right? That means that is a $21 burrito. Crazy. Now let's say it's another 85% in 2034. You telling me now that $21 burrito that's already crazy in 2029, again at 85%, it's going to be $36? That is crazy to think about. Literally, in 10 years, if things continue like they are from a Chipotle standpoint, a burrito that is $6.50 in 2019, today that's $11.85. In 10 years is going to be $36. That, my profiteers, is what we call inflation of food. Now, inflation is out of control, but from a food standpoint, companies have one job, and that's to have the highest profit margin as possible to give back as most money to shareholders. So they care about their customers, but they care more about their shareholders. So two things from this. Number one, very important, we have to invest. Number two, these companies aren't loyal. And once we figure that out and we invest in quarterly, get deals, try to find ways to cut costs, do things yourself like cooking food, eat it in, not eating out, not door dashing, not going out to eat and saving money in your pocket, it's going to make those companies have to lower their cost because their shareholders are going to be upset when the stock doesn't go up. They'll find ways, rather that be laying off individuals, which we don't want to have happen, finding robots like Miso. Y'all check out Miso, robotic company that I own a piece of, small piece, but a piece of. But companies like those will allow people to make money from a profit margin standpoint. But it's no way I can see a burrito. I couldn't see it 5 years ago going from $6.50 to now $11. I can't see it 5 years from now going to 21, and I definitely can't see it from 36. So let's see over the past 5 years, that growth from 2019 to 2024, how'd that help Chipotle from a stock standpoint? Lego! In my profiteers, this is Chipotle since 2019 using a weekly. And good googly moogly, right? 2019, this stock was at literally January, well, we'll do July. We're in July now, right? July 2019, this was at $31 a share. My profiteers went up, went down. Now it's at 242%. So in 5 years, it made 50%. Now think about that, right? The cost of Chipotle to eat went up by 85%, but if you own the stock, you made 242%. This shows you the importance of being an investor, right? We buy Chipotle stock as well. And this is the reason why. The cost went up by 85%, but the shareholder made 3 times that. Ridiculous. This is why it's important to invest. So if you learn anything from this, one, companies don't care about you, they care about the bottom line. Increase the price by 85% to make over 2% in the stock. Number two, investing is the best way to combat inflation. back is good as well. But the number one way to hedge against inflation is investing in quality companies. Now, nobody knows but God the future. You want to be diversified, but this shows you right here why it's important. Again, 85% for their goods. A $6 burrito might be as much as $36 in 2034 if things continue. If that happens, and Chipotle goes up another 240% in 5 years, and then in 10 years, I know one thing. If I had $100,000 and it made 200%, that's 400,000. Am I mad that my burrito went from $11 to $36? Yeah, I'm mad, but I could pay for it though. Some profiteers. Great information. Yeah, got the ISO. And check out the episode we had with Zoe about investing in diamonds. Why, as a jeweler, he believes that diamonds will continue to outperform the stock market and to continue. But it, has been over the past few months because, of course, after COVID, everything went down. Things are going back up in value. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, though, invest. As always, love. And my Patreon, click below. We have our newsletter. If you subscribe, only $5 a month, we get great information from a financial advisor standpoint. And we're certified financial planners, so we give financial planning tips and investing tips that might help you as well. But if you have any comments, comment below. Here to help, share, and give knowledge. But love is love again. Let's make some paper profits together, y'all. Peace.
Making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, yeah. Paying for profits to help you seek change, and you just wanna get paid, yeah. Tired of making no money mistakes, make a payment on your bills and you still late, paying for profits to help you seek change, yeah. Cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Been check to check, and it could be different,